Hey Sag, this is Star. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's get started on your March reading. I'm going to do a bit of a different format, so I hope that you like it. For those of you who have been to my channel before, it's going to look a little bit different. So let's get started. I'm going to be shuffling here. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have. I feel as though you've experienced some setbacks. But through these setbacks, it seems like it's made you stronger, or it's made like your motivation even more intense. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting here. The gist of it is that it's leading you closer to success, to accomplishing whatever it was that you wanted to accomplish, than you had been had you not gone through these trials and tribulations. So whatever it was that you have gone through, these so-called setbacks, or you might even call them failures, they're not at all. I feel like there were important lessons that were definitely learned. And you're using it to your full advantage. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, see, I keep feeling that everything in the past seems to have been a struggle. But that struggle is over, okay? When the Ten of Swords is in reverse, it means that the worst is over. You may have been quarreling with people around you, but that is in the past. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like it's a brand new day. New energy is here. If you had been, because we have two fives coming up here, the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. If you had been, so fives are about struggle, challenges. Now this could be, I do feel as though there was struggle and challenges with other people. So in your interactions with other people. I also feel, for those of you career-wise, I feel like there was a lot of competition. So either at work there was a lot of competition, maybe for like a particular position, or maybe for commissions or something like that. Or if you have your own business, you were finding it hard to compete in that particular industry. I feel like that's changing. Yeah. So there's a lot of energy shifts here, it looks like. Okay. All right, let's see what else. So far, I feel like it's a positive. It's going in a positive direction. Just see again. So Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So again, I feel okay. For some reason, I'm getting a big work vibe as well. So it can actually be family, because Ten of Pentacles does talk about family money, that kind of thing. But I feel as though there may have been like financial loss, or like I said, you weren't able to make enough money, or something like that. You were struggling in that area. There was something that you weren't seeing. Okay, so whatever you went through was meant to kind of teach you whatever it was that you needed to see, in order to open up these new possibilities and opportunities for you. And I think that's exactly what is happening here, or it will be happening. Yeah. Wow. I don't know which card it was here, so I'm going to leave that one. But look at that. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So like I said, there's something that you're going to get or achieve that you really, really wanted that's going to make you super, super happy. Completely, you're going to feel like completely fulfilled. This could be like in the sense of like like your creativity, being able to completely express yourself creatively. But overall, we see a lot of happiness there after a period of a lot of struggle and strife. So that is always welcome. March does look like, astrologically, it kind of looks to be more of a positive month where we are going to see more positive shifts. I don't believe any planets are in retrograde right now, so it's a good time right now to get things done. So it really supports this energy that I'm seeing here. Let's see what else for Sag. Oh, this card flipped. I didn't see when it flipped originally. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that part of the problem was that internally or inside, you really didn't, either you didn't have a clear sense of the direction that you really were headed, or you didn't have a clear sense of what you really wanted. You didn't have a clear vision of what this Ten of Cups actually meant to you. Because Ten of Cups, is different. It could be different for me than it is to you. My vision of what Ten of Cups is could be totally, totally different than what yours is. For me, it could be, like that big happy family. It's the big happy family card. The mom, the dad, the kids, the white picket fence, that could be my vision of the Ten of Cups. And for you, or for anybody else, that could be a freaking nightmare that, some people do not want to be in that situation. They just want to be free. So, it just depends. And I do feel like that was kind of part of the issue, was that you didn't have clear. And that's very important especially when manifesting. Step one is that you have to have very clear what it is that you want, very specifically, in order to make that happen. And I do think that that's what I'm seeing here. There was like a lack of balance. I kind of feel like one day it was like a wishy-washiness is what I'm picking up on. One day it's this, one day it's that. There wasn't consistency, okay? There was a lack of consistency here that was holding you back. But again, I don't want to sound like whatever was like these delays. I don't want to make it sound like it was a negative. It may have seemed negative at the time, and even now, but in reality, it wasn't. Okay, because I feel like the universe was doing you a favor, kind of telling you, hey, hold your horses, like figure out what it is you want first, and then we'll give it to you. And that's what I see happening here. Okay, so yeah, I do see this kind of wishy-washy energy, but then I see you getting clear in your mind, and that is what helps you move on, move forward. You're finally making decisions, getting out of your head, that kind of thing, because you have been stuck. You have been stuck for quite some time, or feeling like you haven't made any progress, feeling like you haven't really achieved a whole lot. In whatever area this is that is resonating with you. Yeah, look. So here you are, the King of Wands in reverse with the Hermit in reverse, which means that you have been in this stuck moment, this Chariot in reverse, not being able to be successful at whatever it was that you thought you wanted to accomplish, mainly because you didn't really have a clear idea. You weren't being specific enough on what it was that you wanted to accomplish. What did you really want? And so there was this need. Oh my gosh, yeah. Wow, okay. There was this need to take time and do a little bit of soul searching and ask yourself, what do I really want? Because the answers were all within you, all the whole time. It was within you. And that's why that kind of timeout, that pause that the universe wanted to give you, so that you had the power to manifest with the clarity that was needed in order to do it. Okay, so that's very clear on what happened there. All right. What can Sagittarius expect now going forward? Just shuffle that a little bit. What can Sagittarius expect now going forward? What else do they need to know? Okay, we have the Prince of Swords and the Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel like some of you are going to get some news that you've been waiting for, or a decision that you've been waiting on. So you may get like a phone call or an email or something that you've been checking on or waiting for. There's some news coming in. Some of you still have a ways to go, though. There's something that... Okay. There's something that you need to let go of. And I feel as though... it has to do with this Nine of Cups. It's something that you desire, but reevaluate, okay? Just humor me. Whatever it is, this Nine of Cups, something that a wish that you've had for a while. Go back and reevaluate that wish, or whatever wishes you have, whatever goals, desires you've had. Go back and take a look at it. Make a list and ask yourself, is this me? Is this still me? Because I feel, the Ten of Wands is here again in reverse. I feel like there's, there may be like certain aspirations, goals, aspirations that you had in the past, for different reasons. Okay, so some of you it may have been because of like social conditioning. So maybe it had to do with status. You wanted to reach a certain status because that's what, socially that meant something to you. Or just expectations that were put upon you by your family. Even your spouse, or whatever it is that you adopted as your own. But I feel as though if you take the time to make that list and ask yourself, I feel as though a lot of you are going to realize that you've changed as a person, and that those goals that you had in the past, they're no longer representative of who you are today. They're no longer representative of your vision of who you will be in the future, or who you want to be in the future. And so I do feel as though that has a lot to do with this, because I'm seeing a lot of you still kind of stuck for some time. Yeah, you see. So the Queen of Pentacles being here, it's about what you value, what you're nurturing, what you are putting your energy into in order to create something beautiful, in order to cultivate something. And we have two cards here, the Moon in reverse and the Seven of Swords. So this speaks of something that is hidden, that is yet to be revealed or is in the process of being revealed. So again, I'm getting this message that a lot of you are just now either discovering this, or this is something that has changed over time and you're just now realizing it. And this does happen. You know, I mean, usually, like, if you think back, you know, however old you are, if you think back, like, every decade, you're probably a different person than you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you know, depending on how old you are. But your goals and your vision, they do change. And there sometimes is a need to kind of reevaluate and recalibrate. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that is what has been holding you back. Also, for some of you, I feel you don't have the sense of being stable enough, financially stable enough, in order to take the risks that you feel you need to take. I'm getting that there is a need to wait something out. You're going to know, though. I don't feel like there's this is not something that you need to stress out about. I think that go with your intuition. If you're feeling right now that there's some moves that you know later on you need to make, but right now you're just uneasy about it, let it simmer. There's no need. I don't feel like there's right now is a need to take action, because I'm just getting like most of you are in that sort of reevaluation stage still. Some of you are just now realizing that you need to reevaluate. So, you know, it's a general reading, so you're each going to be at like different stages of this. Some of you may have already reevaluated, but I do feel like for the majority of you, there is a need to wait something out, and the feeling will come. You know, when it's time to take the risk, when it's time to make that jump, you're going to feel it. And when you do, just go for it. Don't doubt it then, just go for it. But for right now, I do think that there are other things that you need to be doing, like preparations. There's a lot of prep work. For some reason, I'm seeing a cook doing, you know, like, I'm not a cook myself, so I don't know the lingo. But you know, like when chefs, they go to the kitchen like really early or whatever, and they get all their vegetables cut up, and, you know, they prep for the entire, you know, night or day or whatever it is that they're going to be cooking for. That prep work, that needs to be like, you got to cut up all your onions and vegetables and all that. That's what you need to be doing. You don't need to be cooking right now. The cooking is going to come. But right now, you need to do the prep work. And I feel like the prep work is about you really getting clear, making up a plan. Visualizing is very important as well. Visualizing. When you think of yourself, let's say you already had these goals in mind. Okay, I'm just throwing some random ridiculous thing out there. I want to be an astronaut. Okay, it's always been a goal of mine. I want to be an astronaut. Well, let me reevaluate that. Well, now I'm 40 something and I never studied anything having to do with it. So, you know, it's kind of unrealistic at this point, and it's really not something that interests me. But, you know, my parents really wanted me to be an astronaut. Okay, time to rewrite those goals. And then once you figure out what your new goals are, then you have to do the prep work for how do I achieve these goals. So it's kind of step-by-step sort of thing that needs to happen. But wow. Yeah. See, the thing is that I do feel like for a lot of you, what has been holding you back quite a bit is your own insecurities. I do get I do pick up a lot of energy of like needing to feel validated by other people. And I feel like that has been holding you back immensely. Because it's almost as though every step you take, you second guess. Remember we saw that 8 of Swords? That's all mental energy. Should I, shouldn't I? What if? The, guilt and all that kind of stuff that hold you back from doing what you really want to do, what your 10 of Cups truly is. And that's why you've lost out on a lot of opportunities. You've just let them kind of slip right through your fingers because of insecurities. Because maybe your 10 of Cups maybe doesn't fit into what other people's 10 of Cups, thinks, or, what they think it should be. But you are you. And so I do see you letting go of that. But in order to let go of that, you have to acknowledge that that is there. So that's part of this whole thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm picking up here. I do feel this is more so related to career-wise, but it can be anything. So let's see. What do we have? Angel answers for Sagittarius. What other guidance do we have for Sagittarius in their journey going forward? What do they need to know? Okay. All right, so you have no need to worry. Look at that. Huge opportunity within the next few months. Look for a sign. Didn't I tell you, if this is not something you need to stress about? You're going to know when the right time is. It's not right at this second. It may very well be in the next few months, so just be ready for it. This is your prep time. Start cutting up those onions or whatever it is that you're doing. All right, Sag, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this format. If you did, feel free to drop me an email. If you're interested in a private reading, also email me, eyesofthestarstarot@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.